In the last video, we walked through the publication of a dashboard on Tableau Public. In this video, we'll be discussing the process of publishing to Tableau Server and Tableau Online, where you can distribute your dashboard to an internal-only audience. To use these, you need a Tableau desktop license. Tableau Public won't work. The main difference between Tableau Server and Tableau Online is that Server is run on your organization's physical hardware and managed in-house by your team, while Online is essentially the same product but hosted in Tableau's cloud and managed by their team. Tableau Server is also available with a per-core license, which can be much more cost-effective for enterprise deployment with hundreds or thousands of users. This discussion and the nuances between them are outside the scope of this course, and there are many people more qualified than me to lead it. But for our purposes, the features and publication process to both are largely similar. To publish, first deselect any selected object on your dashboard, otherwise your dashboard will load with a gray box around that selected object. Then click Server, Publish Workbook, and log on to your server. Now we can choose our publication options, including the project this workbook belongs to, the workbook name, and any tags we'd like to use to help make our dashboard more searchable without cluttering the title. Next, we can choose who should have access to this workbook and what level of access you'd like to grant them. You can name individual users or use groups such as all users or custom groups your administrator may have set up. Additionally, you can customize the permissions for each unique user or group, allowing them to do things like use filters, view the underlying data, download the workbook, and share customized views. Interactor is the role I use for my audience, and editor for my teammates who I want to give full control. Then on the right, you'll select which views each user should be able to see. You'll notice both your worksheets and your dashboards are in this list, but you don't have to select any sheets you only want to display on a dashboard. Those will be included automatically if you select the dashboard. You can think of this box as specifying which tabs the users can view. And below, in the Options area, we can choose whether or not to show sheets as tabs. When this is selected, all published sheets are displayed as a row of tabs across the top of each view. You need to enable this to allow interactions between sheets, but if each dashboard is standalone, you can disable this for faster load times. Show Selections publishes the workbook in its current state, remembering any selections you have currently made. The last checkbox, Include External Files, allows your Excel access, text, data extracts, and images to be published with your dashboard and uploaded. Generally, you want this selected. The last button, Scheduling and Authentication, allows you to embed passwords into your data sources and schedule your automatic updates to keep your visits up to date. Once we click Publish, the resulting screen is nearly identical to publishing on Tableau Public. We're given a preview window and quick links for sharing. One additional feature we have with Tableau Server is the ability to publish data sources to connect to later from multiple workbooks. To get a data source onto Tableau Server, first connect to a data source and create an extract using Tableau Desktop. Then right-click on the data source and choose Publish to Server. After you log in, you'll see a familiar screen allowing you to name it, set the authentication in order to refresh the data later. Depending on the type of data source, you can set a refresh schedule. One caveat is that Tableau Online will not be able to schedule data refreshes from this simple interface, but there are command line tools you can use in order to update your data sources via simple batch scripts and Windows Task Scheduler. While Tableau Server is the most versatile solution for publishing your dashboards, if it's unavailable to you, the alternative is to have your consumers use Tableau Reader, which we'll cover in the next video.